Hi everyone, and welcome back to the S&P Saga, your weekly recap of the S&P 500 index. This week was tainted by the strange assassination of a United Health executive, but that didn't stop tech companies from continuing their upward march. We'll reveal the winners and losers that drove over 100% of the index performance, changes to the index, and which companies will announce earnings next week. As usual, don't forget to subscribe to understand how individual stocks impact the S&P 500. Let's jump right into this week's review. The S&P 500 closed the week at $6,090.27, up 1% from last week, adding $562 billion of market cap. The PE ratio, based on current price and latest earnings, stands at 31.17, up 0.48 points since last week. Let's go to your gainers. Amazon is up $201.3 billion, or 9.2%, on strong AI announcements, including the launch of new AI chips and securing Apple as a cloud client, as well as record-breaking e-commerce sales during the Thanksgiving weekend. Microsoft is up $149.5 billion, or 4.7%, on no specific news. Tesla is up $141.4 billion, or 12.8%, after unveiling FSD 13 and a positive Bank of America analyst outlook. Meta is up $124.8 billion, or 8.6%, on no specific news. NVDA up $102.6 billion, or 3%, on no specific news. Apple up $83.3 billion, or 2.3%, on no specific news as well. Broadcom is up $81.5 billion, or 10.8%, after unveiling details about new AI custom chips. Alphabet is up $73.4 billion, or 3.5%, on no specific news. Note that the company is expanding its Waymo service to Miami in Florida. Salesforce up $30.4 billion, or 9.6%, on strong earnings results and guidance for next quarter. Lilly up $29.4 billion, or 3.9%, due to its weight loss drug Zepbound outperforming Novo Nordisk's Wegovy in a recent clinical trial. Moving to your losers. United Health is down $56.2 billion, or 10%, as the CEO of one of its subsidiaries was fatally shot on December 4th ahead of the company investor day meeting. Berkshire Hathaway down $28 billion, or 2.7%, on no specific news. Exxon is down $19.8 billion, or 3.8%, on no specific news. The company announced leadership changes to its upstream unit. Johnson & Johnson down $14 billion, or 3.7%, on no specific news. Intel down $13.5 billion, or 13%, following the abrupt retirement announcement of CEO Pat Gesslinger. Procter & Gamble down $12.8 billion, or 3%, on no specific news. Uber down $12.3 billion, or 8.1%, on investor concerns about increased competition from Waymo's planned expansion of its driverless taxi service into Miami. Chevron is down $12.1 billion, or 4.2%, on no specific news. ABBV down $11.9 billion, or 3.7%, on no specific news as well. And finally, UPS down $8.6 billion, or 7.5%, on no specific news. This week, there were two changes announced to the S&P 500 that will be effective on December 23rd, 2024. Qorvo down 30% over the past year, moving down to the S&P Small Cap 600 and will be replaced by Apollo Global Management, up 96% over the past year. Amentum Holdings down 21% over the past year and recently added to the index, is moving down to the S&P Small Cap 600 and will be replaced by Workday, unchanged over the past year. Q3 2024 earnings season is pretty much done, with 11 members releasing earnings last week and 19 companies now left to report. 5 S&P 500 members will release earnings during the week ending December 13th, 2024, and the most interesting will be Adobe on December 11th, Costco and Broadcom on December 12th. Which company do you think will top the list next week and why? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe to our weekly updates. To find out why Amazon and Apple were up last week, you should watch this video next.